What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Travis, and of course you're watching TWA Motorsports. And in today's video, kind of like the thumbnail says, we are going to be changing the diff fluid on the Z06. So look, a couple times now it has given me a service differential light on the dash. It's generally after I kind of rip on it, and it's only happened twice, I guess. But anyway, look, these things are common for needing this changed, and it's never, that I know of, it's never been done, at least under my ownership. It definitely hasn't been. But we're gonna get this thing up in the air and see what all is involved in that. I've got some fluid that has, I think, the friction modifier with it. I actually got this as GM fluid, so you guys know I was really adamant about the Torco on the GTO, which is pretty common, but on this, it seems like the go-to is the GM fluid, and it is ridiculously hot out here. I may have to open up some more garage bays today, but you're gonna be seeing me sweat, that is for sure. But anyway, got this thing on a lift. Kind of funny story, went to a cruise this weekend with this car and this car, just a local event that we have end of each month, and got caught in a pouring, and I mean pouring rain. So I actually drove this one home with it pouring rain, and it did okay. A little bit of leak around one of the windows on the other side, but drove home at like 2 miles an hour because the bottom of this thing is actually just as nice as the top, and I didn't want to sling crap everywhere. So got it home, got it dried off, but top and bottom, and then went back and got the Corvette, and similar situation. So yeah, I never drive my cars in the rain either, so it's excruciating when that stuff happens. But you could kind of see some leftover on the floor here. This has been a couple days now, but yeah, don't know what the deal was, but either way, let's get this thing up in the air. Let's see what all is involved in getting this diff fluid changed. Well, based off what I'm seeing here, it looks fairly simple. So we've got, I see the fill. If you guys can see that right there, you can just catch a glimpse of it right up there. But the drain is, I'm assuming right here. I don't see any other spot that would possibly make sense. Look, these things are kind of tight quarters here. So let's see if we can get, I think it's just a 3/8 drive. And of course it's like, have you ever had it just like right in the spot where it doesn't want to work? That's kind of how I'm feeling right now. Okay, we are on it. Got my drain pan here. Let's see what happens. Got it loose. What a tight design, GM. And I don't think I have, I'm not sure that I have the new seal. I may have to get a new seal here. It's gonna get all over my hands. Woo-wee. Looks good, don't it? Yeah, looks pretty typical of what fluid would look like in a, you know, hot rodded car. I probably should go ahead and pull the fill plug out up here, and that will make it not kind of drip like it's dripping. Look how much better that's draining out now that I got the fill plug out. Same situation. It's a just 3/8 drive. Definitely coming out a lot better. I am hoping, guys, I think I'm like borderline on this being full. If you've ever overfilled one of these, man, does that suck. But yeah, I think this needed it. So I'm gonna let this drain for a little while, maybe even overnight. And that way we can get everything out we could possibly get out. I'm gonna clean this up real quick off camera though. So this one is a magnet, so I got quite a bit of junk off the end of it, but that's common. Look, don't let that freak you out. These rear ends are constantly rubbing together and making a bunch of junk. So either way, yeah, I think I'd feel better if I let that drain overnight. I actually might lift the front up just a hair with the jacks to, you know, try to get as much out as we can. And then I'm gonna clean around that plug. It is really hard for me to get the camera in there so you guys can see that. There, you can see it. I'm gonna clean that up a little bit. Well, I was gonna let it sit overnight, but honestly, it went a little faster than what I was thinking. So I got a new seal, just a washer, really, a neoprene washer. I'm gonna see if I can get this thing back in, and it torques to 26 foot-pounds. So I'm gonna go grab my torque wrench real quick. We'll see if we can get it torqued down. Man, this stuff smells so bad. I get it on my fingers and I go wipe my fingers off, and it's so terrible. It smells disgusting. And I think it's the friction modifier that you smell. I mean, differential fluid doesn't smell great anyway. It's just like regular gear oil, but holy cow. It's like, you talk about if you're doing this in a closed shop, it's gonna stink the place up. So let's go get our torque wrench. I actually think I might be able to sneak through right there and torque that thing down to 26 foot-pounds. Yep, this is perfect. 3/8, just like, you know, obviously taking it out, but oh, I didn't get it in as far as I thought I would. There we go. So the top one, just so you know, goes the same, but now let's see if we can figure out a way to get fluid in it, because I think that's gonna be interesting. I may have to go to my secret, which is putting it into a container like my mom uses in her beauty shop. It comes in a regular quart container, and as you can see, the muffler is kind of in the way there. So this is what I've got. See, the top of it has kind of a bend to it. What I'm wondering is, can we get it? Oh yeah, that's perfect. Go to your local beauty supply store and get one of these guys. I'll try to list it in the description, but I'm sure you can get them on Amazon too. I got this one at like literally a beauty supply store. I saw it one time. Thought it was a good idea. So we're just gonna go until it starts to run out of this cavity. I don't know that I'll show you guys me doing this, but it's gonna take a little bit. I think it takes, I got 3 quarts, and I think that's gonna be more than what I need. It's dripping out because I missed a little bit, but yeah, just keep filling until it runs out. At this point, I'm well into my 3rd bottle here. I'm telling you, we gotta be getting close. I mean, I've seen some come out, but it's because it's just dripped off the end here. We've got to be super close. Okay, I think this is it. We may be there. You should get a pretty steady stream of it. Okay, right there, that's it. See how it's like a steady stream dripping there? We're gonna go ahead, put our cap in, torque that down to 26 foot-pounds. You have to use an extension on this. You can't get unless you've got some super sneaky way of getting in here, but. So it took, I mean, I'm well into my 3rd, but you also have to realize that I've got this much left in just about every one. So you're gonna need 3. And it's $75.90. I'll list it in the description. It's GM fluid, like I said. I didn't really talk about that before I started this whole deal. I mean, I think I talked about it being GM fluid, but I didn't tell you what the brand was, or maybe what the weight was. Let's go get an extension. Actually, I've got an extension. Let's see if we can just do this right now. Maybe we can. Still set. Nope. $26 foot-pounds. And it's that simple, guys. Let's set this thing down and let's go for a rip. You know what's great about wireless mics? Is they work all the way across the shop. Man, I love this color, guys. With the chrome wheels. Whew! Such a good looking car. Honestly, I thought the fluid would be a lot thicker than what it was. I'm kind of surprised based off what came out. So it definitely needed changed. Let's fire her up and go down the road. It's the next night. Ran out of time, but I'm wanting to take this thing for a spin, not really to rip on it, but to just kind of shake that stuff up, get it moving around in there. And if you guys ever lost something and just for the life of you can't remember where you put it, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm like in a tizzy because I put something down. It's like a bottle of fluid, and it's not even for this car, but I need to send it, and I can't for the life of me find it. Let me know in the comments if you've ever done that crap before. I'll do that stuff sometimes. I'll set a wrench down, and then you can't ever find it. Like, it's just gone. 10 millimeters. If you know, you know. They roll under stuff. I don't know. I don't know if there's a good spot to set you. We're not, like I said, we're not planning on ripping on it, so I may just, once the car warms up, I may just put you, just hold the camera, and we may rip on it just a little bit, but I'm not gonna get like super crazy. Like I said, this whole process was just to get the fluid change, maybe not get that code, or code. It's not really a code, it just pops up on the screen here and says service differential or service diff fluid or something to that effect. But let me let this thing warm up. I'll flip the camera back on and we will go for a ride. Well, I like to let the oil circulate a little bit before I go even moving the car. And the oil temperature is pretty low, 75 degrees. Generally on like dual valve springs, which I assume this thing has, I don't know that to be true, but generally on dual valve springs I like to let it get up to like 150 or normal operating temperature, so the oil temperature, that is. Just want to make sure we don't have any noises, everything works like it's supposed to. As bad as that fluid looked, I don't know. I mean, it looked like absolute sludge. I don't hear any noises. I will tell you, so from like my driveway, which is another, I don't know if you can see it, several yards back, I ripped on it the other day and laid pretty nice black marks from my road all the way, oh my gosh, past not this telephone pole or the next one, but almost to that third one down there. And this thing is laser straight. These aren't mine, by the way. Mine have kind of faded off. It was just skating the tires in like race mode. So if you go here and turn the traction control off, if you double click it, I may have to be stopped. Yeah, I think I have to be stopped. But you can put it over in race mode. Actually, let's just go to track mode. And then maybe you double click it. Yeah, performance traction. If you go all the way to race, that's like the go-to, where it just gives you everything except you have a little bit of traction control, and it is so good. It is so incredibly good. It's just hard to fathom. You know, it makes you feel completely in control. The car goes straight as an arrow, and it still rips. So maybe if everything sounds good and I can get it up to temperature, we'll do a little rip. But the rear end sounds great. I don't hear any noises, no whining, no clunking, no weirdness. And then hopefully we won't get that pop-up again. It says we need to service something. I took it back out of race mode so I could see the oil temperature, and we're still not quite where I want to be, but this road's like freshly paved. So you get a nice quiet ride when you let out the gas. Oh man, this car is so freaking loud when you rip on it that there's like, you're drawing a ton of attention, that's for sure. We're gonna flip back over to race. I think we're pretty close. Like I said, I'm not going to get crazy, but we'll stab it here and see what we can do. Make sure there's nothing in the way or nothing coming. We'll do like a 60 roll in. And there's 60. shift active. I don't know what that's about. It's never done that before, guys. I don't know if it spun there. Could have. This thing's pretty spicy. Never had it do that. Well, we may turn around and try that again. I don't know. Like I said, I've never had that happen, so we'll just try to roll into it again and see if we get the same pop-up. It said performance shift active, and then it kind of just like hit a wall. I don't know. Maybe the fluid's too thin now. Needs some thicker fluid. I don't know. Maybe it has nothing to do with the rear end. Alright, let's get it. Oh, it's breaking up really bad. I've never had that happen. Something's weird. Something weird's going on. Maybe we're too low on gas. I'm gonna try one more time on my road here, and then we'll have to do some research or get a hold of a tuner. I don't know, like I literally probably need gas. It is at a quarter of a tank, but these things aren't generally that sensitive. So we'll try to stab it one more time, maybe from a slower roll. I mean, I've hit at that speed before, it never had that happen. And now it's happened twice. So, get straight here and see what happens. It said performance shift active again, but I've never seen it. I don't know if it just doesn't like that speed or what. This car is so much fun, guys. I don't know. May have to do some research on that and see what the heck that is, but that'd kind of kill like a 60 roll if you were like out playing around with, you know, in Mexico. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed, you know, my little differential fluid change. I know it wasn't a lot, but man, I really dig this car. And up until today, it's never screwed up. So hopefully that's not, you know, a thing to come. I'm gonna get this thing stabbed back in the garage. But if you guys did enjoy this video, please, like always, smash that thumbs up button. Guys, if you are not subscribed, go down, hit that subscribe. Of course, like always, ring that bell notification that will notify you every time we drop a new video on this or anything else. Stay tuned to see what we work on next.